Welcome back to round number 2 of our gym challenge, league challenge. I'm still struggling with calling it a league challenge and not a premier challenge. It's been like an entire year. I'm Dennis Geisler. I have Ben Mont with me here, joining us for, I don't know, probably the rest of the day. We'll see. We're going to get into round number 2. We've got Jason Tang and Anthony Ascencia going to be facing off here. Jason running the Torkoal Indeedee Female, Urshifu Single Strike, Smeargle Raging Bolt with the Calyrex Ice Rider, Terrafire, Clear Amulet, Glacial Lance, Close Combat, Trick Room Protect. Anthony running the Iron Hands Landorus Incarnate, Tornadus Incarnate, Rillaboom, Sarina, and the Kyogre. It's that Terra Water Choice Scarf set with Water Spout, Ice Beam, Thunder, and Hydro Pump. What do you think when you see these two teams for the first time, Ben?
Honestly, I think it's going to be very even, honestly. I don't think the Landorus on Anthony's team is going to see much play just because you're in the face of Calyrex Ice Rider, so having that's going to be a little dangerous. It is Terra Water, so it could probably survive one Glacial Lance. But the Choice Banded Urshifu is definitely going to be putting in some work against Anthony's team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm kind of fascinated because this is definitely it's interesting the way that these teams mirror each other. I think that we will see a little bit of the Torkoal if just to shut off the Kyogre rain.
Yeah, having that weather utility is going to be great to kind of stop Kyogre shenanigans from coming through. You shut down Landorus and Tornadus having the storms being 100% accurate, and you can kind of mitigate some of that damage that Kyogre's going to do. Yeah,
the biggest thing is shutting down the Kyogre as much as possible, especially because so much of this team operates around the Kyogre, but you also do have the Rain Dance Tornadus, so you're able to set up the rain a second time even if Torkoal comes in, and if you can read the turn Torkoal comes in and put up the Rain Dance again, you can be doing crazy stuff. This Kyogre Sarina lead I really like, and I was about to mention a minute ago. It's not going to matter against this matchup because both sides are going to block priority.
Yeah.
Fake Out is not happening in this game because the Sarina blocks the priority and also the Indeedee Psychic Terrain will block the priority. So both priority blockers and both restricteds are out right now. This is the Close Combat Calyrex, as I mentioned earlier, so do have a little bit more damage against the Kyogre if that is what you decide to click into that slot, but big thing here, we're going to see the Calyrex switch out. I think the big thing on Jason, it's going to go into the Raging Bolt. The big thing for Jason, I think, is just trying to get the Trick Room up as aggressively as possible against this Scarf Kyogre. We might just see, this is just going to be, it's the Terra Ice Sarina off the bat. It would let it resist, Glacial Lance.
Oh, right.
So that is certainly probably part of the reason for it. We're going to see the Terra on both sides. It's going to be that Terra Dragon and DD on Jason's side.
Makes sense to resist both the water and the ground moves.
But you could get hit by Triple Axle now, so...
Oh, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate, and it is a very nice power move there.
Okay, the Water Spout comes out, not going to kill either.
Yeah, very, very resisted, and, I mean, obviously a ton of damage still. Ooh, Triple Axle. Either one this hits into, it's going to do a ton of damage.
Oh, yeah, that indeed is going down, I think.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And just needs to hit all 3 hits. It is Wide Lens, so yeah, going to get rid of the Indeedee there.
Very smart from Anthony.
And that means that the Terrastal is burned and Indeedee is not able to get the Trick Room up.
Right.
So that's going to be real tough for Jason.
This is going to be very, very hard for Jason.
And, I mean, the Kyogre is locked into
Water Spout
now, but even still, that's not a terrible place to be.
What is Jason going to here? I feel like it would have to be Urshifu.
It probably has to be, but Urshifu might just get dumped by Water Spout.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be too fast.
There's not much that you can do. And, I mean, you have the Sucker Punch and you have the Thunderclap, but the Psychic Surge is up and the Queenly Majesty is there. So you can't do either of those. You're going to get hit super hard, and I don't know if Raging Bolt doesn't outspeed Sarina, that this game's kind of over.
I don't think it's going to outspeed.
Yeah, Sarina's pretty slow, and Raging Bolt can be deceptively fast. Yeah, it's not going to outspeed Sarina.
Oh,
okay, yeah, we looking at the team sheets, it's not going to outspeed Sarina. So, I think the Calyrex is the better option here. Calyrex might possibly take a Water Spout.
I think he wants probably the Sarina to... Wait. Yeah, he wants the the arena to attack the Calyrex and then hopefully get a Thunder. Oh no! Oh, this is
smart.
Not gonna go well.
This is very smart because that should take out the Raging Bolt regardless, and will do pretty good damage to the Calyrex.
So it's gonna go first, of course.
Yeah, there's the Water Spout. Calyrex does protect, so it's gonna get through this turn.
But I think this Raging Bolt's going down.
Raging Bolt's out of here. Yep, that is a knockout onto the Raging Bolt.
It's not Assault Vest.
It's not Assault Vest, and just 2 Pokemon left now.
Man.
It's just the Calyrex and the Urshifu. I mean, I guess we're taking side props now. Do you think either of them takes a Helping Hand Water Spout right now?
No. Yeah, yeah.
Jason doesn't want to find out.
Okay.
I kind of want to find out. I kind of want Jason to let us find out. I mean, it is information for the later games in the series.
Calyrex might take it if it's not Helping Hand. If it is,
I guess that's the thing where it's like if it's, I can't imagine that this is anything other than a Helping Hand Water Spout here from Anthony.
Yeah,
because there's nothing that there's nothing that Jason can do about that. I want to see. I want Jason to let us see this.
Yeah, it might just be over.
Yeah, Jason's giving up, but is going to let us see the Water Spout. So.
That was an incredible start from Anthony.
Yeah.
Like, reading the Terra Dragon was insane.
Oh, he took it! Calyrex with 3 HP remaining. It might be a roll.
He targeted his own. Who does it even go into? Does it just fail?
Yeah, it'll just fail. I mean, it's not going to matter too much because even if, I mean, a close combat wouldn't have knocked out the Kyogre. A close combat might have knocked out the Serena, but you just get taken out by...
It's just over.
You just get taken out by the next Water Spout.
Yeah.
It is noteworthy that it took the Helping Hand Water Spout, though. That is information for both sides to have for the next game, and honestly, that's a pretty close calc. I could imagine that being a roll. Like 204 out of 207 HP, that could very easily be a roll. But that's still worthwhile information, knowing that it doesn't, like, easily knock out, because I could have imagined that being the case also.
It's a good thing Jason stayed in the game to find out that information, because that's crucial.
Yeah, and I'm glad, because I wanted to know. That's the most important thing, is I wanted to know, and that matters more than what the players care about.
That was insane from Anthony.
Yeah.
Like, really.
I mean, it's one of those games, it's very rarely can you say that, oh, the game was just won from turn 1. Like, maybe someone got, like, a big lead from turn 1, but the other person is able to fight back a little bit, and the way the matchups played out, that game ended on turn 1.
Yeah, basically. As soon as that Indeedee went down, we could see who was on the victor screen, I think.
Yeah, like, especially, I mean, we looked at, and I mean, Jason, I think, was doing the same calculations in his head as we were looking at, where it's like, what do you even do now? Because you can't do anything against the Kyogre. I do like, I think it's good to change things up. We see that Jason does have the Torkoal in the back. I think that's a good change, because getting the rain out of the way is important at some point. If you can get the rain down, like Torkoal standing next to the Raging Bolt, 1, you get the photosynthesis, and 2, you get to take way less damage. Like, Raging Bolt will easily take a Water Spout, like, in the sun. Yeah. It's going to be the same lead from Anthony. It makes sense. And it's the same lead from Jason as well. I don't think it's I don't honestly think it was a terrible lead.
I hope it's not the same turn 1 for Jason's sake.
Yeah, and I mean, it's difficult for Jason because the Water Spout, honestly, the Water Spout Triple Axle basically covered anything the Indeedee could do, because if it didn't Terra, Water Spout was going to do like 90-ish% to it, and Triple Axle would have finished it off regardless.
Yeah, so I don't see really what's going to happen here. Like, what's going to be the difference maker from Jason?
I could imagine, I think instead of switching out the Calyrex immediately, you try to get that Calyrex to set Trick Room, and honestly, I could have imagined just letting Indeedee drop next to Calyrex, but being able to bring it in later might be useful. I don't know.
Depends if Anthony brought Rillaboom.
Yeah.
To be able to deny that terrain, I think would be
That's
good.
possible, although terrain doesn't really do much. Like, there's not much that...
it lets him overwrite the Psychic Terrain to get Fake Out potentially on Calyrex.
Potentially for the Fake Out, but...
I think that's
having
really it. Terrain is useful.
Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, we didn't see what Anthony had in the back last time, so... We're going to see the Torkoal switch in, so that rain will drop. We will get the sun up now.
Yeah, I think this is a way
we're getting the turn 1 Terra.
I think this may be on the Kyogre.
No, it's gonna be Serena again. I mean, this was the turn 1 last time, and it worked.
Still in danger from a powered up eruption, which I think we're gonna see a switch from this, or is it, yeah.
We're gonna see the water spout, and it'll do good damage to the Torkoal.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, in the sun. Yeah, even in the sun, it does really good damage to Torkoal. It makes a power whip into Calyrex, which does good damage as well. But most importantly, Trick Room up.
Goes up.
Trick Room is up, and that is the most important thing here, because now, I mean, you don't get Eruption anymore on Torkoal, but you do get Heat Wave.
Yeah, good.
Which is, yeah, it's still fantastic damage.
Or
and
you could go for a Weather Ball. Well, no, I don't think there's any need.
Yeah.
There's no.
Frankly, I think Heat Wave will take out Serena.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it's gonna switch. Probably.
Potentially, but even then, you feel pretty good about Heat Wave hitting whatever comes in here.
That's true.
And
yeah, because it's his specs.
Yeah, and now you just start launching out damage. This is how you got to play this Trick Room team, and you got your Trick Room up.
Will be faster in Trick Room. Oh, it stayed in. It's gone.
Yeah, no switch and Serena drops. I think that's not a bad idea, because you also do deny the Chilling Neigh boost.
That's right, yeah. I have a feeling we might see a close combat. I think
that has to be the smartest play, but
Glacial Lance, okay.
Glacial Lance is fine as well. I mean,
this isn't going to take it out, I don't think.
Pretty similar damage, I think. Oh. Yeah. Not bad damage. Water Spout going to take out...
It's going to do much.
It's going to take out Torkoal.
Yeah. Pretty much anything was going to take out poor Torkoal there, but...
Yeah, and that is pretty bad for Jason that the Torkoal is down, because, I mean... Indeedee doesn't do anything. I mean, Indeedee is decent at this point for follow me pressure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling the Raging Bolt was out.
Do get that Photosynthesis boost.
Okay.
Will be the special attack boost for the Photosynthesis. Hands cannot fake out here, because the Psychic Terrain's still up. But it does honestly just put down a lot of pressure by being, like, bulky. Right. Like, it'll be able to knock out Calyrex this turn.
Yeah, with a Heavy Slam, probably.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And I'm curious about this Raging Bolt,
because be very interesting.
Looking at the numbers here, this Raging Bolt feels very slow, so it might be designed for Trick Room, although it still will not underspeed the Iron Hands.
Right.
We're going to see the close combat into the Iron Hands. That did not do very much damage. I would have liked to see the Glacial Lance there, because it would have actually picked up the knockout onto Kyogre.
It wasn't the Heavy Slam, but the Wild Charge. Going to take a little bit of recoil.
Yeah, but at that point, anything is going to knock out that. As long as you can get the... Yeah, as long as you can get...
The Draco connects. Oh, just barely! Oh, no. That may have been a damage roll right there. Like, it had.
It was pretty close. That did 10 damage. Not that that's the most important thing, but that did 10 damage. And at this point...
But I guess the good thing is he can kind of ignore the Kyogre.
You can kind of ignore the Kyogre. I mean, you could switch it out and switch it back in just to be able to do something.
But is it worth it? That's the issue.
It depends on what's in the back, because you need to get rid of this Raging Bolt at some point.
Correct.
And Ice Beam would be a great way to do that. But you need to actually be able to switch something in to use Ice Beam on
there goes the Kyogre. So, okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure he clicked Thunderbolt in this slot. Oh, it's not going to do anything. That's good.
That is a really good switch in as your last Pokemon, and that's the great thing that you get from saving your last 2 Pokemon in the previous game is now.
Right, this is going to take down the Iron Hands.
Yeah.
The Kyogre can come in and get the Ice Beam. Yeah. That's really. It might.
I don't know how much Trick Room we have remaining, but it should be not a lot.
I think there's one more.
I think it's one more turn to Trick Room.
Yes. Which is unfortunate for the Kyogre, because he will be going last.
Even still, though, the Landorus can probably win this game.
Well, he hasn't Terra'd yet. What is the Terra? Oh, it's electric.
Yeah, the Terra's just electric, so you can't really do anything to Landorus. You kind of need a crit Draco Meteor.
Right.
For Jason to get out of this one.
Oh.
Because at this point, I mean, you do have to get rid of Kyogre as quickly as possible, but you also need to get rid of Landorus as quickly as possible.
I guess
there's not really a way out.
Will nullify the ice weakness, but then you're still weak to ground.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, is that like just a Sandsear is going to do a ton of damage. You're going to see the Protect from the Landorus. I think the Landorus is just trying to get out of Trick Room at this point, which makes sense. You can let your Kyogre drop.
1v2. I don't know.
What's the damage, though? what is the damage that this team does to Landorus? I mean, we were talking...
There goes the trick room.
We were talking a little bit beforehand about, like, what... like, Landorus, it's really tough to play around Landorus because you just take so much damage.
I guess he's going to set up trick room and then hope the Ndidi survives.
Like, and then what? Because I think you dropped a Ascencia here. I'd be surprised if Ndidi took those.
Crit on Draco Meteor.
I think, yeah. I mean, that had to be the play regardless, is hope for a crit on Draco Meteor.
I think it's just, unfortunately.
That's the thing. I didn't really know what the answer was when Landorus came out, where it's like, you just don't do damage to Landorus. You need a crit Draco Meteor. You needed one before, but you still need one. I don't think Sanseer is going to knock this. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. Excuse me. Anthony Ascencia.
Okay.
2-0 victory over Jason Tang.
Yeah, that game 1 was very unfortunate for Jason. But
Not only was game 1 really well played by Anthony, but it also allowed Anthony to preserve knowledge on the last 2 Pokemon that he brought, so that then when they came in game number 2...
It was a complete surprise.
It was a complete surprise, and they were just able to win the game. Because the Iron Hands, like, the Kyogre didn't do a ton. The Kyogre got work done, but it didn't do a ton. And
at least for game 2.
the Serena did, like, nothing at all in game 2. But Landorus and Iron Hands did a ton of damage and just basically rolled over the rest of the game. Like, they took out basically 3 full Pokemon by themselves, and that really decided things. So
and having the Kyogre switch out and then come back in once the Serena went down allowed the weather, so that way they would never miss Sanseer Storm. It was pretty much just... almost just GG, shake my hand.
Yeah, pretty much. We will take a quick break. We'll be back with round number 3. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.